Hi students, today I will explain the VLSI subject topic. The topic is the gate level system design. That is this topic is in unit 4. So that system design, it is the process of implementing a desired functionality by using a set of physical components. So already we are designed different logic functionalities in the previous units. So that is the design will be implemented under different technologies. So those are nothing but CMOS technology, NMOS technology, and PMOS technology. So already we are designed different combinational and sequential circuits under by using CMOS technology. But here in this unit, so we have to design different gate level system design. So that is alternative gate circuits. So that alternative gate circuits may have different methods. Those are nothing but one is the pseudo NMOS logic and domino CMOS logic and dynamic CMOS logic and C square MOS logic. So first we have to discuss pseudo NMOS logic. So the pseudo NMOS logic. So the following diagram, so it gives the implementation of the pseudo NMOS logic. So here in this shown diagram, so we are having two parts, that is the upper part and the lower part. So that technically we can call it as uh, the upper part is pull up network and the lower part is pull down network. So here in pseudo NMOS logic, whatever the logic functionality we are implemented, so that the model diagram is the model diagram is shown is like this. So here so in pull up network, so we are having a p type transistor, and in pull down network we are having the NMOS logic. That means whatever the logic we have to implemented, that may be that is unfunctionality or R functionality or NOR functionality, NAND functionality, either it may be combinational or sequential. Whatever the technology that will be implemented, that means the functionality will be implemented under only pull down network, and the remaining the pull up network will be constant for any type of implementation. That means any type of implementing the functionality. So that will be that pull up network will be denoted that QP, and the NMOS logic is denoted with QN. And as usually we are applying the drain voltage at the VDD. For the pull up network, that one of the gate terminal will be grounded, and the input logic signals will be applied at the input, and we will take the output in between the pull down network and the pull up network. So why we are going for pseudo NMOS logic is so that we are having different disadvantages in CMOS technology. So those disadvantages are so in CMOS already we seen the logic will be implemented. The logic will be implemented by using both PMOS transistors and NMOS transistors. So whatever the logic we are implemented, we should use both the P-type transistors and NMOS transistors. So due to that, the area of the design will be increases. That is nothing but that will increases the area. So if the n number of transistors will increases, so the capacitance, so whatever the diffusion capacitance and the routing capacitance, and the output will follow the another stage. So in between the routing capacitance is also increases. Due to that, if that area increases and the resistance is there, if the two above factors are increases, so it will increases the delay. The delay between, that is the transition delay will occur from input to output. So that will be that will increases the delay. So based on to overcome these disadvantages, we are going for some special circuits. Those are nothing but pseudo NMOS logic. So here that pseudo NMOS logic, so we will implement the pseudo MOS, the pseudo by using different transistors. So that is nothing but, so whatever I told initially, here the pseudo NMOS logic, the NMOS transistor is driven by the input voltage, while the gate of p-type transistor is connected to ground or substrate, and it acts as an active load for NMOS transistor. And this is also have different advantages. Those are nothing but uses less number of transistors as compared to CMOS logic, and the area and delay gets reduced as it requires because of it uses less transistors, and this has low power dissipation. So these are the advantages we get by using the pseudo NMOS logic. So here I want to explain how we will design uh, the technology or different functionality by using pseudo NMOS technology, that is design a inverter by using pseudo NMOS logic. So here I want to implement a inverting functionality by using the pseudo NMOS logic. So here already we know that the inverter functionality is equal to y is equal to a bar. So this functionality will be implemented by using the pseudo NMOS technology. So in the already I explained the basic thing of pseudo NMOS technology. So here I want to design. So whatever this the shown diagram is works like as a basic inverter under pseudo NMOS technology. So here the above part, the pull down part consists p-type transistor, and the below transistor, that is n-type transistor. So that p-type transistor will be constant for any type of technology or any type of functionality. So here the p-type transistor gate terminal will connect it to ground, and the below, so that means we have here we are having one variable, that is y is equal to a bar. So here we are having the one variable, so that's why we have to take one n-type transistor, and that will be connected to p-type transistor, and that whatever the input, so that is the variable input will be applied at the a point. So here we are applying the input, and in between the p-type transistor and n-type transistor we will get the output. So v out is equal to, that is a bar. So now we will see how this structure will works like as a inverter. So already, so by using the truth table, so the truth table is so we have to write the truth table here, that is here so a input a and the output y, input y. So here if we give the a is equal to 0, if we will give the a is equal to 0 input, so at the time so we will apply the 0 at the a point, so then for the a point, for the 0, so it will be the NMOS transistor will be works like as a off switch, and here the 0, so we have whatever the we having the 0 across the p-type transistor, it will be works like as a on transistor, and at the output v out is equal to, we get the VDD voltage, and the y is equal to 1. So and the second stage we apply the 1 at the point a. So at this case so here we are always the p-type transistor will be connected to ground terminal, and based on that that p-type transistor will be in on condition. So whenever we apply the output a, and the VDD pull downs to the ground, so at the time y is equal to 0, so based on this operation, so we get the inverting function. So that means whenever we are applying the input is, the output is high, and whenever we are applying the input is 1 and we getting the output is 0. So it performs the inverting functionality. So why we are going for what is the difference between CMOS and the pseudo NMOS is, so it requires less number of transistors. For example, so if you want to implement the inverter functionality, so we have to apply the logic input for both the transistor, but here we apply the input only for the NMOS transistor. So due to this, so it reduces the number of transistors and it reduces the capacitances, the different capacitances placed within the transistors, and also it reduces the delay. So to overcome the disadvantages in CMOS technology, we go for a pseudo NMOS technology. So by using this technology, we can implement any logic functionality, either it may be sequential or combinational functionality. Thank you.